This video is sponsored by Artlist, but more on that later. I'm just on the morning dog walk with Paco. Danny usually does this walk, but Isabel's still asleep, so I'm out with him this morning. And actually I really like getting out early with Paco when I can. Sometimes we all come together. It's just so nice to get out and have a walk first thing in the morning and breathe in a bit of that nice kind of country living. It's lovely. We've had a little bit of rain over the last week or so, and you can really tell the difference. Everything's looking a bit greener, everything's looking a bit happier, healthier, and all of the orange blossom is starting to come out, which just smells absolutely delicious. So that's one of the ways that you know that spring is properly here, and yeah, it's just a really nice way to start the morning. I'm going to use these cannas that we have just gone to collect and make a little kind of run structure for the vines, so that when they start to grow they've got somewhere to catch on to and hopefully grow and train along this here. I've been playing around with the cannas and have made this lattice pattern. I think it's going to be good enough for this year. Hopefully it's going to be strong enough to hold the vines as they grow. We'll see. I might need to make adjustments in the future. But for now, I've just been weaving them together and kind of winding them round one another to give them a bit more support. If this was something like willow, it would be much easier because willow is very, very flexible, or even something like hazel. But it's not, it's cannas, so I'm just doing the best with what I've got. But for a free support, it's not so bad. As the cannas all dry out, they'll knit together strongly and should hopefully be quite good for the support. And by winding them round, there's no need for additional string or garden twine or anything like that. It's just a natural fence, which can then be removed and chipped in the future if I want to. If you've got any suggestions or advice for this, let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for extra support and advice on gardening. This is all very new to us, so let me know if you think I could do this a better way. But for now, this is where I've got to. It's a bit rough and ready, but I think it'll do the job. But what's very clear is that we need to go and get more cannas because I've already run out. While I've been doing that, Danny's been doing some more chipping and pruning. It seems like an absolutely never-ending task.
So, taking down the bulk of what's there, and then we'll take out probably half of what's left again next year. Just don't want to shock the trees. prepared all the branches at the back so we can put those through the wood chipper easily. We are finding it quicker if we sort them out now rather than later. So now we can burn wood in the house. I'm starting to save these larger logs because they'll be useful for next winter. I also found some crappy plastic under there. It's really old, sun damaged, so I need to get rid of those before they just break apart and leave plastic everywhere. So that's number 2 for today. I've left maybe a little bit too many stems here, but this needs a bit more pruning up top as well, so I'm going to have to come back to it. But I'm running out of time, so this is for another day. And I've also dressed up what I'd cut down already, so that should be relatively easy to put through the chipper.
It's a gorgeous sunny day today, but we are due to get a little bit of rain over the next few days, so today is the perfect day to go up to the land and add some fertiliser to some of the trees. We've owned this plot of land since 2020, but we've never had a proper olive harvest, despite having almost 200 trees. Partly because they're in recovery mode from having been cut at the base, but also because they were abandoned and not looked after, and until we bought the land and actually started looking after the trees and pruning them, they were just left to grow wild. So this year we've decided that we're going to put some organic fertiliser onto some of the olive trees in the hope that we might get our first olive harvest this year.
So that's the vast majority of the trees done with that one bag of fertiliser. So we've got a second bag. We'll probably go down the other side. It's a bit more dry and sandy down the other side. We've not done any pruning or really shown on camera what's down that side. But we think we might wander down with the second bag and put that under the trees that we can get to, and then we can do a bit of a comparison to the ones we've done, the ones we've not done. And for the sake of a tenner, it'd be nice to see if we actually get some olives this year.
So while we're up here, I'm going to prep these veg beds a little bit, ready for planting. Danny turned the land here a few months ago, probably about 4 or 5 months, and put down some black beans and lentils as a nitrogen fixer. So that was a little bit of a kind of ground cover test. They've grown reasonably well. The black beans didn't do so well, but a lot of the lentils came up and have subsequently come to flower now. So what I'm going to do is actually just turn those into the soil. Then when we come up later in the week, we'll also then layer with cardboard and put compost on top, and then be able to plant into that.
Love was holding all the cards and always kept me in the dark. I never thought I could shake this heartache until I saw your light, and it's got me feeling like life is good, yeah.
I think these lentils have probably done quite a good job. Some of the roots have gone pretty deep, so hopefully just by digging those in, they're going to create a bit of green manure, and then we'll plant in on top. I've done these 2 beds for now, and then this 3rd one we'll save for other things to plant out later in the year. Isabel's gone down for a nap, so I'm going to try and get some editing done while she's sleeping. So I thought this would be a good time to introduce you to the sponsor of this video, Artlist. Music has always played quite a big role in my life, and you might have noticed that I like to include quite a lot of music into our videos. Whether it's a melodic folk song, a big cinematic track, or some coffee house jazz, I've been using Artlist for the last 3 years to find amazing royalty-free music that I can put into our videos. So I'm really pleased to be able to bring them to you as our sponsor and offer any content creators or marketing folk out there a really good offer and discount on their products. Artlist has a huge catalogue of over 1 million tracks spanning loads of different genres, and all of the songs are 100% royalty-free and can be used for personal or commercial projects. Whether that's YouTube videos, social media content, product videos, advertising, anything. But it's not only for music. Their newest product, Motion Array, gives you access to video templates, presets, special effects, stock footage, and motion graphics too. Use the link in our description to sign up for Artlist and get 2 months free when you sign up for an annual plan, or you can save $50 on Motion Array. For now, I'd better see how much I can get edited before Isabel wakes up. Soak it. At least 3 bags of compost in it.
Yeah.
Potentially more. Because we need it to be relatively deep to actually plant into. So we might even need like 1, 2, 3, 4, we might need 5.
Hooray.
But then year after year it just gets better and better. We've got loads of wood chips to put on, but we probably need some straw. Just being careful because there's one of those big centipedes underneath that one. So I'm just prepping the beds for putting the compost on top. So I've given the bottom a dousing of water, then I've put the cardboard on top and watered that as well. Then the compost will go on top of there, and then we'll put some wood chips and straw. But because we haven't got enough compost to do it today, I'm just putting the rocks on now so that the wind doesn't whip away the cardboard, and then we'll come back to it later in the week.
This is one of the many bancals that need repairing. This is what it should look like, and this is what it does look like. We think it's just water runoff, but I had to go at some stone walling the other day, and it's not too bad, but it is a lot of work, and we'd have to clear out most of this. I'd like to keep that tree if I can. But yeah, it's on the to-do list.
So I think that's where we're going to leave it for this one. If you want to follow along and see what we plant in our garden, then do consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Or if you want to catch that content early, you can join us over on our Patreon. We'll be uploading the videos in advance of YouTube, and you skip the ads. For now, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.